What's up, guys? Man, tonight was a funky night, man. Tonight had the potential of being great, should have been great, but for me, it's a jacked up night, man. I don't feel fulfilled. I feel kind of blah. Um, my wagering plays. I only had one play hit tonight. Just man, just not a good night. But first off, let me start with the guy who won me money tonight, Chael Sonnen. Congrats to Chael Sonnen. He beat Rampage 2 rounds to 1. Hell, I gave him a 10-8 in the second round. Third round, I really not even pay attention to, but from the times I glanced at it, like Rampage was in control. So, and the judges had 29-28 unanimous. So, um, I guess on my scorecard, let's see, that would be let's see, the first, the second, that would have been with 29-27, I believe. Yeah, 29-27 on my scorecard. So, um, congrats to Chael, man. I don't know what the public was thinking playing Rampage in this fight, man. I don't get it, man. Um, I'm on bestfightodds.com. Chael Sonnen, when the fight went off, he was as high as a plus 190 underdog, man. I don't get it. People thought that just because Rampage was the bigger guy, because he was a, career light heavyweight and Chael was career middleweight, they thought that Rampage was gonna win this fight. Man, the only way Rampage's only shot was landing a knockout blow, man. All Chael had to do was be smart and not get hit with a knockout punch, man. And that's what he did. So let me go to my notes for the fight. Ridiculous. And I think Rampage was as high as what? He was as high as a minus 235 favorite, man. Why does people put money on old slow Rampage, man, who should not even be fighting anymore, who was not really motivated in my opinion, who was whining about fighting a wrestler. But he went in on Rampage. I have no idea why. All right, round 1, 10-9 Chael outboxing Rampage. LOL. Takedown sub attempts. The Rampage, the striker going up against a wrestler, and the wrestler outboxing him, man. Rampage, his right hand was too low. He was too slow, man. Chael was hitting him whenever he wanted to with left hands, fighting him in a southpaw stance. This guy was favored in the fight. Round 2, 10-8 Chael. Work against the cage, takedown, sub attempt. And round 3, I did not take notes, was really not even paying attention because the way the fight was going, I figured Chael would win. And I believe the UFC main event was starting around that point, so I gave it my attention. But again, thank you, Chael. Congrats, Chael, man. You know, the fight went as I said. So I was right about that one. The only thing I seem to be right about tonight. All right. Um, I cannot comment on the prelims for UFC. I cannot count on the first 3 fights of the main card. I did not watch any of those fights. Hardly paid any attention to them. As I was watching Showtime boxing, I was, I just was not focused on that. And I did my post fight on the Spence fight during that time. So up until the Cormier fight started. So this pay per view really was only a 2 fight pay per view for me, man. It was, the main event, the heavyweight title, and it was the heavyweight title with Cormier and Oezdemir. And I really, even though I watched the fight, I had not taken any notes. DC surprised me. He was standing with this guy. He took a couple of shots, but he survived. He lasted. If I was done a pre-fight, I would have pointed out that it might have been a good option to play Oezdemir in the first round or to win inside the distance because Cormier just had his lights turned out by John Jones. He's about to be 40 years old and he's going up against this big young guy. And Cormier, challenged himself. He was standing with the guy, man, and eventually had him down and almost submitted him, but time ran out. So then in the second round, he just dominates the guy, dominates Oezdemir, gets him down and pounds him out with strikes, man. Referee had to stop the fight, but it was a learning experience for Oezdemir. He was going for that first round KO, and he didn't get it, man. And once he didn't, it was trouble for the guy. So, congrats to DC. And then in the pay per view, they were talking about maybe he could move up the heavyweight challenge for the title. That's what he should do, man. She needs to add that to his legacy, to his resume. He is talking about. I think this might be his last year fighting. He really does not want to fight past 40. So I think he needs to go for that belt, man. Why not? And if he wins, then he could vacate and retire. But I think that's what he should do, man. Go for his legacy, go for greatness. He could be done with light heavyweight, So instead of going up against the Gustafsson when he recovers, that'd be another tough fight. Why not go for history? The man's already a Hall of Famer. He's already an all-time great. Hell, he may be the best light heavyweight of all time. Considering John Jones, all the trouble he's been in, he can't stay active and all that. I'm tipping the I'm giving a nod to the guy who was active and fighting, man. If you want to say John Jones is the best talent at light heavyweight or the best talent ever in MMA, that's one thing. But I cannot call him to go to the best of all time or of his division. When the guy just could not stay active. So pretty guys who are actually fighting. Okay, now main event. Stipe and Francis Ngannou, man. This fight was heavily hyped. Francis Ngannou, guy he was making. They were making him out to be the the next big thing. You're talking about the guys punching power, replaying knockout over Overeem, all this and that. He was supposed to be the next star, next big thing, right? And you got exposed, man. You look like a Jolly Green Giant, man. It looked like the UFC went on the street. They found the biggest jacked up dude they could find and say, hey, man, you want to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world? And gave him a world title shot, man. That's what he looked like. And it's all his fault. This is all on Francis Ngannou. It's not on Stipe, being this, super dominant force who just, dominated Francis from the get go, man. I've called Francis the Black Hulk. I've been a supporter of the guy, but I tell it like it is, man. Regardless of who it is, I tell it like it is, man. He was fighting like an amateur, man. He was fighting like an amateur. This was his fight to win. Stipe was served up on a silver platter for this guy, and what did he do? He wanted it so bad. It was he wanted championship so bad. It was dream to be champ so bad. All this, that, and the other. And he went out there and he fought like an amateur, swinging for the fences, swinging all wild. Searching and hunting for the knockout instead of letting the knockout come to him. Instead of playing the MMA game, being a well-rounded mixed martial artist. Instead of just taking his time, man. And fighting a smart, patient fight. He fought like a young, inexperienced guy. A guy who rushed, who blew his gas tank, man. Not like a veteran who had been there, who would take his time more, and use his techniques and intelligence, man. Francis went out there and he was just throwing the kitchen sink, man. And you could tell, by a certain point, you could tell that shit was not gonna work, man. Stipe was getting out of the way. Shit was not gonna work, man. you know, and he just, he just would not stop. And Francis paid for it big time, man. You know, in my notes I have 10-9 Stipe round one. Francis falls stupid, too wild, too eager, no leg kicks, takedown, and landed on. You know, where were the leg kicks from Francis Ngannou? While he was swinging those wide ass hooks, home run punches, he should have been standing on the outside, and he could have used leg kicks, man. They showed, I don't know what program it was, but it was shown how Francis Ngannou was kicking his coach in the leg. Coach all padded up and stuff, and he was knocking his coach down with leg kicks, man. Kick him in the leg, and the guy tumbled over. Big strong ass Francis Ngannou, man. If he would have threw and landed a few leg kicks on Stipe, man, that probably would have been the fight, man. Game, set, match. Hell, JDS was just doing that to Stipe, and if he would have continued and been relentless with it, hell, he probably could have won the fight. He probably could have beat Stipe, but he didn't, and man, it's just crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. The fight was there for Francis, man, and he fought like an amateur. He was too eager. He was too wild, and he emptied his gas tank, and then that was pretty much it. Once the guy's gas tank went, he was in for a long night, man. Round 2, 10-9 Stipe. Stipe lands flush, takes Francis down, knees to body against cage. That was the last round I took notes on. By that point, we knew he was exhausted. Third, fourth, fifth round, he just got dominated. And I was not really judging the fight after the second round, but man, the official judges gave it had it 50-44. So they gave Stipe a 10-8 round. I'm not sure what round that was, but man, this I feel so unfulfilled, man. I just this fight was so hyped. We got these two knockout punchers, and this fight went a full 5 rounds, man. We want to see a knockout in this fight. Somebody that was supposed to get put out, man. Stipe been finishing 4 straight opponents in the first round. Francis, devastating the punching power that you land once to take guys out. And this is what we got, man. A 5-round, one-sided fight, man. I'm putting it all on Francis Ngannou. He did not fight a smart fight, man. He didn't. Fought like a rookie or amateur. Somebody who let his emotions get the best of him. In the post fight, he said he thinks that he underestimated Stipe. Well, if he did, that's on him. That's on him, man. If he was not giving that guy the proper respect, it's on Francis, man. So, as far as what's next for Stipe, yeah, bring on Cormier, man. Let's have that fight, man. Cormier, he does not need to be sitting on the sideline at heavyweight because Kane. He could go ahead and take that belt, and then he could vacate it, man. And hell, if he retired as light heavyweight champ and heavyweight champ, to go off to the sunset, man, is one of the greatest of all time. But if Stipe does not fight Daniel Cormier, then I think maybe Fabricio for Stipe in a rematch. That would be good. I do not want to see Cain Velasquez come straight back. I do not want to see him come back and get a title shot. He's been out here for almost 2 years, man, a year and a half. So, no, man. But I played the under in this fight. A round and a half. You know, thought that was straight up gold, man. When that line opened, they gave even money, and they had the over. They were favoring the over. I thought the odds makers was stupid. I took that even money as fast as I could, man. You know, and these guys, man, they went past the the 2 minute 30 second mark, man. They went past it, and hell, they even went 4 or 5 rounds, man. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I think that's it, man. I just feel, unfulfilled, unsatisfied. Hell, I wanted somebody to get finished in that fight, and hell, I wanted to get paid. I thought that was easy money, man. And hell, let me for shits and giggles, let me give you some of the odds. I looked at them before I started this video. This is some of the money that was left on the table when it came to Miocic and Ngannou. All right, the over 1.5 rounds. It was as high as a plus 130 when the fight went off. All right, fight goes to a decision. This was a big one. Fight goes to a decision was at a plus 620. Plus 620. And it was a few people played that because it actually was a little bit higher than that at one point. I'm seeing 647 at Saturday, January 20th at 739. So, it was a little money came in on that at with a 647. For the fight to go to a decision, man. Hell, somebody got paid off that shit. Somebody got paid. Let's see. Miocic wins by decision. Let's see. That was a plus 966. And that line went up. So yeah, it was at a 940. Looks like some people played it, and it went back up to a 966. So those were some big value plays, man. That were there to get played, man. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't and missed out on those opportunities, man. So because hell, like I said, I thought this fight was going to finish in the first round and a half for sure, and maybe hell even the first round. So man, I think that's about it, man. Kind of a little bittersweet night for me, man, with the boxing and the MMA. That's my gut. I feel like could have been better, man. It did not get the knockout that I wanted. I wanted somebody to get finished in Ngannou and Stipe. So I think that's it, guys. I'm tired as hell, man. I need to give me some rest. And if you guys watch the fights, hope you enjoyed it, man. If you have any comments, leave a comment in the comment section, man. But just let me know what you guys think, man. This I feel a bit I feel like I got my money's worth. Damn it, I wanted to see one of these guys get knocked out. Hell, and I missed out on my damn underplay. So that's it, man. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll check in soon, man. Thanks for watching.